Okay. Good morning. So Dr. Heiner Frei is from Switzerland, and whatever little I know about him, I will say. I believe you're a pediatrician, right?
Yes.
Pediatrician. And now practicing homeopathy since how long?
30 years.
30 years, okay. So like all of us, he has been through his struggles, and each of us tries to find his own way in homeopathy. So that way that you find has to suit, I think, two things. Number one, it has to suit your own personality. Each one has to select a method according to who he is. And secondly, it has to suit the requirement. And therefore, each one looks and examines several options. The beauty about homeopathy is that there are different ways to roam, not only one way. So there are people who use keynotes, people who use pathology, people who use repertory, people who use pure provings, people who use miasms, people who use sensations and kingdoms, and other methods I don't even want to talk about. There are so many. So without going into the merit or demerit of anything, there are different pathways. And every pathway has got its share of success. Also, it has got its limitations. So Dr. Heiner Frei is in that category. What he has done after examining several options, he, according to his requirement and according to his temperament and where he is practicing, that he handles all kinds of illnesses, acute and chronic. And therefore the need for him was to find a quicker solution. But even so, quick work had to be done, quick results had to be obtained. And so he zoomed in on Boenninghausen's method, Boenninghausen's therapeutic pocket book, and here he found a possible solution to his situation. And he has been working on that diligently for so many years. He started doing work on ADHD and research. His idea was that he should publish paper which documents the effectiveness of homeopathy. And glad to say, his is one of the first papers that has been accepted by, you can say, modern medical journal and published, that there is significant effect of homeopathy on ADHD. So that's a very big achievement, actually. So in that country, he made research on ADHD, found out polarity analysis, which what I understood of it is a system. Now he has put it into a software. So he gives questionnaires to patient in advance. They have to fill out aggravation. All the aggravations are listed, ameliorations are listed. So they tick mark and they come. So it's like our questionnaire form. So when he sees the questionnaire, he cross-checks, cross-examines. Is it correct? Is it wrong? So once he identifies the main modalities, so he lists it in the repertory. And then because the repertory gives opposite modalities also, so what he does is he lists the opposite modalities. So if a remedy has certain modality in 3 marks and that modality in less marks, so that remedy is more sure. In this way, he creates the opposite pole in which he identifies, and then the remedies he studies in the materia medica. So afterwards, matching is done, and then he can identify the first one, and then he gives it, and what he told me, if it doesn't work, so the next month he will give number 2, next month number 3. So by the third remedy, most patients get better. And he told me that his results can be as high as 70%. And that, so if you take away nothing from the seminar except one thing, that if you identify the main modalities of the patient, both local as well as general, and just find out the remedy which has those modalities prominently and not the opposite. This is the general philosophy. That remedy is likely to work. And even Boenninghausen, everybody in homeopathy gave the maximum importance to modalities. Because modality is really what differentiates one from the other. The exciting factor. What is the exciting factor? Now let's put it in another way. The exciting factor is the sensitivity, isn't it? That is sensation. So in reality, sensation and modality are not very different.
So it's very great to be here, and we loved to come, and it's an honor that you all came to hear about polarity analysis. One thing I learned in my homeopathic career is that there are very many ways to do it well. And as Rajan said, we need to find the way that suits us best. And maybe the most special thing about polarity analysis that I show you now is that it is a method that you can reproduce. When I take a case, I make a few notes, and from the same notes you can come to the same remedy with this method. So this is a very important thing. It's not so much dependent on my personality as maybe other methods. Even on my intuition, it is not so dependent. It's a more, let's say, it works a bit like a Swiss clockwork. It's very precise, and that's what I want to show you.